Hello everybody, how's everyone there? Ame Gakita desu. So for today's topic, we are going to talk about PalWorld, which a lot of people deem it as Pokemon with guns. But on the other hand, actually to me, right, I feel like PalWorld is just a combination of Ark Survival, Pokemon, as well as GTA in a way. So the funny thing is that a lot of people will be like wondering, why do I say like when people are calling it Pokemon with guns, like why can't I go with that? And the thing is, right, what you guys have to understand is that when I actually deem it like PalWorld is a combination of three different games, right, and in a way it's right, basically what you do in PalWorld is like, yes, you go around catching a monster called Pal, and that you use them to do violent against other people, or kind of like you sit on them and have fun. A lot of things that you can do whatever you want in this game. I wasn't aware of this game like long ago when I saw a trailer of it like long ago, and I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting them to go that route. So it's the funny thing is, right, a lot of people was talking about it and saying along the line like it seemed like a Pokemon with gun. And when I saw the gameplay and when the game got released and I see a lot of people are playing it, people who are like, I was like, AsmonGold playing it, and he said that it seemed like a pretty nice game, and stating that about the most hated game, like even Rev Say talk about it. Yeah, I'll be talking that in a while. Even like Penguin Z0 or most critical actually deemed the game as enjoyable. So the thing is, right, what make this game tick some people off, again, what you guys have to understand is that it is very similar. Like the design of the game, all those monster looking thing is very similar to a specific game genre, which is basically Pokemon. So anyone who knows Pokemon very well is that Pokemon have been one of the most long-lasting game that was actually released back in 1997 till now, which make this one of the longest lasting series game in of all time. So I'm very guilty of playing the game because like if you guys see like 1997, I was present when I was just a young I was still a kid at the time, so I did play that game and yes, I have played Red and Blue, Pokemon Red and Blue, which I'm very guilty of. And yeah, the thing is, right, it's something that is very iffy in so many different ways, and it got me really wondering like, why would they actually kind of like have a game that is based off Pokemon? But I was like, if it's just only based on Pokemon and you add in gun, make it that way, it will be just weird. But if you think about it deeper, it is very similar to another game called Ark Survival Evil, or Ark Survival, normally how I call it. This is another game where basically you ride on monster, you use monster to, again, either you tame the monster or you kill some monster, and then you use the monster for traveling or doing something else. As well as that, you also both PalWorld and Ark Survival do have one thing in similarity, is that you can use to harvest or farm in the world itself, or the game itself. So when the game is released, technically it's like the best of art and Pokemon at the same time, where basically you have a lot of cute nice stuff, all the cute things and all the cute nice monsters, to the point that you actually got a lot of people playing the game. Like if you combine in a way, we'll talk about the similarity of the Pokemon later on, but it actually got a lot of concurrent players at the same time, over 1 million players, and it got so for up to 4 millions, I believe. It's like 4 million copies sold. It is ridiculous. Like 4 million is like, for one game that is cost $30, that means that their profit have already reached way beyond their targeted audience at the time. So the thing is, right, your combination of Pokemon with guns and survival using like Ark Survival, why would I say it seems like GTA or Grand Theft Auto? Well, another aspect of PalWorld, in my opinion, is that it's very similar to open violence. And again, if you add gun to the game, right, it is gonna initiate violence and monster abuse, or people gonna call it animal abuse. If you guys go and search our Pokemon PETA, PETA, is a very well known thing that people have been trying to say that Pokemon is technically animal abuse, and in a way it is being banned in some country because it so-called engineer other reason like evolution, which is some religious feel like it's very not good, or maybe along the line of in some countries saying like, oh, it's animal abuse is not a very good thing, it's gonna teach the young children to abuse animal along the line because you're gonna enslave animal. Even though again I believe Rev Say Desu going to say like it's like along the line of if it's just a fictional character. So the thing is again back to the line when I keep on saying like there is a thin fine line between reality and fiction. Is there and not there at the same time, so I guess some people really can't differentiate the line over there. But the thing is right, what made power a little bit having a like every good game with a lot of people are playing the game, there will be some haters, they will appear. It just only give them time to appear. So yeah, what I'm gonna talk about secondly would be the hate. Technically they call it the hate, but I would actually want them there as hate. It's more towards that there is people trying to justify that power is a carbon copy of like it's technically a carbon copy of Pokemon, but the reason why I have to say like why is a combination of Pokemon, Ark Survival and GTA, because the thing is right, unless specifically these three game company go after power at the same time, I don't think technically what power did is wrong in a way, because in terms of skilling, right, we all know very well that game has always never been something new. There will always be some sort of copying or plagiarism or some sort of like take every best of each game and then mash it into one. In Singapore the term they will say rojak it into a food. So it is a food, okay? If you guys go and search it up in anywhere and you just write the word rojak, in Singapore is one of the reason food that a lot of people love, and it's for some reason it's the cultural diversity because it's mix of Chinese and elemental in the food, and it is a thing, okay? So if you guys actually are wondering like search if any one of you who are looking at this thing, search for Pokebato, don't live there. It's just basically just to differ you guys from where I'm living at. So the thing is right, it's actually very very interesting that how when you mess up the best of all game, the best of Pokemon, the cute Pokemon, all these things, the best of all survival, which is basically farming and harvesting, and as well as GTA, which is basically an open world where you can do whatever you want. You can either be a good person or you can even go out gun blazing and maybe do something that is bad to others but do good to yourself in a way. So the thing is right, I will talk about that in a while about the GTA aspect in Power. But the thing is right, a combination of all different games, I don't think it's right to call it 100% copy of Pokemon, which a lot of people, there are actually quite a few people going along the line of like entire list of 111 PAL in what they seem like very similar to some Pokemon. Like there are some people who really took the job of saying like it's a combination or it looked very very similar in of some Pokemon. I'm very very surprised that someone actually did that, as well as that some people going to say on the line of saying it's $8 million to, they call it creative theft, and in a way they say they find it that it's not as good as what people think about. Like I wouldn't say are they really hated. They are gonna be, they like what AsmonGold say on the line of there will be haters, and I believe that haters will always appear in any other game, any Pokemon game, GTA or Ark Survival. They do have their own share of haters. When you got a game that is so popular, there will be some people hating the game because technically it's very very similar to some other games, and when it and then people will be trying to defend their own game in a way, so that will be in a way like antis, haters or whatever they are, or white knight of their game. It's like there are so many ways to justify their reasoning. Is it really weird, I wouldn't say it's weird in this case, because to me, when I'm looking at the, like, if you guys actually understand like the mindset when they put up the artwork, it's very 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 similar in many ways. So when it comes to artwork copying, I won't deny that it's no similarity. It's very very similar. So in terms of creative theft or copying or plagiarism, I can see why they come out with that idea. I won't outright say that they are wrong, because it's undeniably similar. Like, no matter how you look at it, it's very very similar, so you can't deny that. But on the other hand, what AsmonGold actually got along the line is that, do people care? And he said that no. The thing is, right, there is actually, like, putting into context, there are a lot of people going along the line, like, yeah, a lot of people who love playing the game, they won't care. Because the thing is, right, the game is cute, the game is violent, so when you put cute and violent into a game called PalWorld, if a lot of people are gonna play the game, people go, and if they have up to, like in their statement, reaching of an all-time peak of over 1 million players, which Cyberpunk have reached once over 1 million, but couldn't reach current gameplay. Maybe in future we'll know, but it overreached of Hogwarts Legacy, Call of Duty, Fallout. Like, it was easily overtaken any of the game till now. Like, it just that insane. It takes the top spot in a way that people are enjoying the game. And if people are enjoying the game in a way, you can't really deny, because YouTuber like Penguin Zero and AsmonGold are playing the game now. So it does that make the game a very good game? Again, it's like I mentioned, it's a combination of different games. If people love that kind of genre, let's say keep Pokemon, or maybe, and then you add in GTA in a way, like, it maybe in a way you can say that PalWorld is has its own niche, or it has its own fan base right now, because over 1 million player at the moment. It just proves how good the game is. But on the other hand, I'm more on the patient type, will be basically where time will only let time tell. So we have to wait and see how the game will be running. Like, maybe give it a week or two, and if after 1 or 2 weeks and the game is still having like over 1 million player at the same time, yeah, then we can safely say that and determine that the game is very very popular. But on the other hand, people are still gonna hate. They are gonna justify with their reason for the hate, and we can't stop them, because from how I look at it, the similarity between the those PalWorld and Pokemon is definitely there. But on the other hand, again, there is similarity on Ark Survival, where basically the human look very very real. Like, when I look at the banner, in a way, your human are definitely like real looking, and that you hold gun, and your power, or the monster that those things are holding are able to hold guns, which is in a way similar to how Ark Survival is, and you're going around exploring, doing farming, building your own land, and then you get some more farm or explore other. So it's very very similar in a way. And why I would say GTA in a way is that, again, there is a little bit of moral in this game that actually you have to question yourself. So in this power, you can either go all bad, or you can become all good. So basically, you can just farm and do whatever you want in this world. You can just make good friends with your pal, or you can really kill your pal. In a way, like, I'm not sure how they really kill it, but apparently that you can kill them or sell your pet away. Like, and the funny thing is that the one thing that caught me off guard is that you can actually capture NPC or other players. I haven't played the game, so I'm not sure, but apparently that you can add that. So in a way, it's like people are saying that, oh, you can catch NPC or human in this game, other than, so the power ball or power spear is very similar to Pokemon, but in a way it's like similar. I believe there was a joke long in the past where they say that, if imagine a Pokeball can capture humans, so basically power have that apparently got that meme in, so you can actually capture NPC or human, and in a way it is. I had seen a comment somewhere along people saying that it's very similar to human trafficking or kidnapping, depending on how you look at it, and it actually very like, I wasn't expecting that. So the reason why I say it's very similar to GTA is because, right, in the right hand, it can be a fun moment or throwing moment. And here's the part: if people are gonna play the game and start throwing a lot, there will be people going to create trouble for others. So those are the troll players, or in other cases, there's also people who is going around attacking other players, or so it can be also an issue. Because the thing is, right, it does test the moral of a person, and often more than not, there will always be some people who is creating trouble. The only thing is, right, will some people bring that aspect, like I mentioned along the line of saying again and again that there is a thin fine line between reality and fiction. But what you guys have to understand, why I say that is that and not that, is that if some people can't differentiate that, right, the personality they have in playing while playing the game, let's say for example they are very violent or they going around creating trouble for others, imagine if they bring that aspect of personality from the game play into real life. I'm not saying about the game itself, but I'm actually questioning about the player themselves. So there are cases where people actually became very violent or very toxic in real life due to playing game too much, and it's a very problematic thing if, let's say for example, if they are very violent in power or they are creating a lot of trouble for other players, and they in subconsciously or consciously or with intention or whatever you want to call it, if in real life they have the same personality or have the same idea, it can happen. Like it can happen. You guys have to understand, like when you people saying like, oh, it's very less chance of 0.01%. Thing is, right now we already got over 1 million players and they already have 4 million copies sold. So even if you say like 0.01%, there's like a few thousand players that might have had that kind of mindset, and it's a very, very dangerous line to cross if they start creating trouble in real life. So I believe that as much as we love to say that play responsibility is a good thing, but on the other hand, you really need to tell other people, like, is this really a mature game, or along the line will is there something like along like PG where parents have to teach children or who is going to play the game that what they need to do is something that is just a game, is something that is a fiction, is something that is not real, and that they should only play this in game and not in real life, is something that is we have to ask in a way, because the thing is, right, GTA is considered a mature game because of the violence and the decision. And the thing is, right, what a lot of people need to understand, that young children or maybe young teenagers, right, the reason why I'm very afraid of this game in that aspect, I'm not saying like I hate this game, okay, don't get me wrong, I'm actually very interested to play this game myself, but the thing is, right, what I'm actually concerned about one part is that if there is young children who learn the wrong aspect of gaming when playing PalWorld, and they bring that into real life world, it can be a very concerning thing. So I actually hope that if in the case that young children do play this game, I'm not saying that they can't play this game, but they have to have able to differentiate that thin line. The thin line, again, I always call it is the thin line between fiction and reality. But whether will they understand that what is real, what is fake, is really hard to know, because sometimes young children have a very interesting mind, imagination, and it's something that we always have to keep guard and ensure that they understand what is right and wrong morally. And in a way, it's very, very hard to just do it for every players who are actually very underage. So on one hand, I would give my concern, and I hope you guys can understand why I would say the GTA aspect is a little bit of concerning. But on the other hand, I won't say like it's a carbon copy of Pokemon in another way. It's because, right, yes, there is a lot of similarity, and I can't we have to understand on both sides of the coin or any other way, you can't deny. Like AsmonGold, he can say that people don't care. Yes, people are not going to care. We are going to say that yes, people will not them care if they want to enjoy the game. And I also believe that both Rev Say Desu as well as AsmonGold say along the line that if Pokemon have done their job, a lot of people have been saying that Pokemon have been very lazy with their design, their Pokemon design, and the infamous thing about Scarlet and Violet, like I have not played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but the thing is that what you guys have to understand that when the game was released, the open world aspect, right, it was full of glitches and bugs and lagginess that a Nintendo Switch couldn't support due to the gameplay, and it's amazing they released the game in so the thing is, right, it really is something that why did people always say that it's a carbon copy of Pokemon when yeah there is similarity, but it also consists of other game. And if people are gonna say that there are Pokemon need to do their job, I think power might be the medicine that Nintendo need to think carefully and take it, and that improve of their next Pokemon series. Reason why is that if in terms of plagiarism, copy or whatsoever, yeah, there is a possibility. Don't get me wrong. Like when the design is there, and if Nintendo is going to step in and say the design is very very similar, it is gonna be it may happen. Don't get me wrong. The design is undeniably similar. The only thing is, right, in terms of plagiarism, we have to say like, is the design 100% similar or it's just similar? It's not like a full copy. They can just defend themselves with like it take inspiration from Nintendo Pokemon. So it is still a very iffy, like there is a 50-50 charge, don't get me wrong. That you can't deny the similarity between all those designs is ironically there. You can't deny it. But on the other hand, people are still gonna hate on it. Yeah, it is still in a way like the way they come out with reason. Like always come out when I say that weird reasoning, you can't really in this time and when I put up the skill, right, I can't deem them as full anti and haters because this time their judgment, the reasoning of this thing is really really there. The both side is both side of the coin is really strong for me to judge it. So the only thing is like when it's a combination of GTA and Pokemon, then that is a whole new different story now, because it's the best of all world, and there are a lot of people enjoying it, whether people care or not. Like AsmonGold say, there will be, as much as there are people who don't care, who enjoy the game but don't care, there will be also people who is hating the game and they actually care. And overall, it's very very hard to know. And if they are making a lot of money, what AsmonGold might not might have to be very careful is that when they are making a lot of money with a lot of players, again, I do agree that Pokemon have to that this have to be a wake up alarm for Nintendo, that if they want to have the same result for their Nintendo, they have to make sure that they have to come out with a game that many people enjoy. But if people are not going to enjoy, people are going to make noise. But if PalWorld is the so-called medicine to make sure that the next time when Nintendo come out with their next series of Pokemon, and that it became much more enjoyable, and at least hopefully no bug like Violet and Scarlet, then I think it can be a good thing. But on the other hand, we have to see and let time tell what might happen, because it is still at an early stage, and to me I would say around give it a week or two to see the full result, how it will be. But on the other hand, it's really really hard to justify the hate or the love for the game itself, because the thing is, right, at the end of the day, when they say a carbon copy, if we are based and judged on that, right? I don't think so. In terms of scaling, from the start, we are going to say that is it really it is just a full copy of Pokemon? I don't think so. I have said at the start that it's a combination of 3 different games: Ark, Pokemon, and GTA. So unless those 3 games are going after power at the same time, I don't think power can be considered a full carbon copy. Design copy, yeah, that is still arguable. That it is still underdevelopable. You can debate about it. You can discuss about it. That is still like the truth behind the design is so similar. Like no matter how you try to twist it, right? I agree it is there. It is very, very similar. But on the other hand, when it comes to art design, when it comes to game design, all these things, right? That there is no way to justify there is no like people is going to say that in terms of design, there will be some form of plagiarism, there will be some form of creative theft in a way, and whether you want to, in some people, like most people will say like, oh, people don't care, but again, when it became so popular and haters start making noise, you can't deny there are people who care. So for me, that is something that I would say, in terms of scaling, the second type of scaling, the first skill is really is it a full copy? Scaling wise, I don't think. But when it comes to plagiarism design, all these things, right, it's similar. Then we have to give the points to that. It seems very, very similar. You can't deny that true. Now, the final part, the moral aspect of the game, because it involves game violence, and also you can do whatever you like in the game, right? As for right now, again, that is something that I will let you guys comment on. I will let you guys decide on, is it really something that they should be concerned of or not? Because when it comes to that aspect, right, is it really something that is very, very concerning? Yes, I believe it is very concerning, because when you put violent in cute game, and whether there will be like 1% of the player or 0.01% of the player that can't differentiate that thin line between real life as well as gaming, yeah, it is very, it can be a problematic if they bring that that gaming personality where they want to do the same thing to animal in real life, or doing the same thing to other people in real life. That is something to be called for concern. It's a very, very call for concern, and the reason why I would say that is that it doesn't need to be young children. What you guys have, earlier I know I say about young children that can be taught wrongly. What you guys might not be aware is that the second thing that I left out at the start, when I was discussing this part of the point, was that there may be some guys or ladies, depending on how you look at it, that are unable to differentiate themselves. It's just that their mindset have in some people way will be saying like mentally unstable. I'm not saying that all mentally unstable people have the same mindset. It's just that it will sometimes take that one specific person to have that specific of mindset, and then they will just go and create those things of in real life, and that is when you have to be like questioning like, is it really a good thing? Because if people start drawing out that, oh, that person had used to play power a lot, yeah, power is going to be in the spotlight one day, and that will be a whole new different story in the future. So overall, I will let you guys decide the 3 things that will be you guys can comment on. One, do you guys think that is it a full copy of Pokemon, or is it something of best of different games in one aspect? Number 2, I will believe that do you think that the design is similar, or do you feel like it's just basically a copy but changed a lot of ways? Or is it just, do you agree that the similarity is there? that will be the second thing. As far as the third thing that you guys have to we can I will let you guys discuss more, and we can discuss it further, which will be, will this game with insinuating violent and questioning about the morality good of the player, is it something that we have to be concerned in the future, or is it something that is just a nothing burger? So with that being said, I think that will be the three topics we can discuss and we can talk more on. But anyway, I think that's it. That should be for now. If don't forget to press the like button if you do enjoy the points that I point out, and if you do want to listen to more of my random chat where I talk about stuff that never follow a single trend, don't forget to subscribe for more random chat, as well as hope you guys have a nice day or night. Bye.